that you're ready for the challenges and ready for the opportunities that lie ahead of you. Your collective positive impact on the hospitals where you work and the patients for whom care is tremendous, as well as your instructors are proud of you. That sentence made no sense to my ears. Okay. And now, would all the graduates please stand? Please join me in congratulating wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduates, we in the College of Nursing are privileged to have been your faculty, to have been your mentors. We hope to hear about your future achievements, your successes, and the exciting work you do throughout your career. It means a great deal to hear from you, to learn about the impact you're having on the nursing practice, the impact that you're having on education, the impact that you're having on research. Please, 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 please stay in touch throughout the tenure of your career. And also enjoy the convocation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Johnson-Mallard. At this time, I'd like to introduce this evening's guest speaker, Dr. LaTanya Four-Williams. Dr. Four-Williams is a nurse practitioner with board certification in adult gerontology, primary care, and obesity medicine. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, Dr. Four-Williams earned her BSN in 2005 and MSN in 2014 from Ursuline College. She also earned her Doctorate of Nursing Practice in 2022 from Kent State University. Dr. Four-Williams is the founder of Forward Weight and Wellness, a weight management practice focused on personalized and comprehensive obesity treatment. Previously, she served as senior nurse practitioner at University Hospitals of Cleveland in the Division of Bariatric Surgery and Comprehensive Weight Management. During those 9 years, she pioneered the Comprehensive Medical Weight Management Program. Her specific clinical interests are in obesity management, prevention, and reversal, and other conditions of insulin resistance, such as metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, overweight, fatty liver disease, sleep apnea, and polycystic ovarian syndrome. She also holds interest in minority health, which includes management of weight in pregnancy and overall wellness. She lives in Cleveland with her husband, 3 children, and 2 cats. She loves volunteering, walking in the metro parks, traveling, and maybe she'll do a little line dancing for us. Please welcome Dr. LaTanya Four.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the Kent State faculty, and congratulations to all of the graduates. As I stand here before you, I'm reminded of a simple yet profound moment from my childhood. At the age of 7, while most kids might dread the very thought of a vaccine, I myself was fascinated by it. And this experience sparked a curiosity in me that not only shaped my career, but my approach to life. So today I'm going to share with you my journey into the world of healthcare and nursing, a journey driven by what I call unexpected paths to service. I will share with you my journey marked by 1, curiosity, 2, challenges, and 3, connections. So let's start with curiosity. And I want to say this was my call to serve. Well, maybe. So it all started while I was a child at the age of 7. And again, my desire to not only give vaccines, but also to get vaccines. And I know what you're thinking, what kid wants to get a shot, right? Well, this kid, right? And this is how it all started for me. So I remember walking through the doors at University Hospitals of Cleveland with my godmother at the time. My mother, she worked at West Tech High School, which was a high school on the west side of Cleveland. My father, a correctional officer who later went on to be a police officer. So they were working during the day. And my godmother would take me for my well-child visits at University Hospitals of Cleveland. And I remember walking through the doors and seeing what I thought to be doctors and nurses in their scrubs and lab coats, and I was just so intrigued and in awe. But I could not wait to get to the actual medical appointment, to the visit. And I love seeing the nurses checking my blood pressure, getting my weight. But my favorite part was the shots. And I know it's not normal, but that was my first experience with healthcare and really my desire to be a nurse. And I told myself, not realizing that this is what I wanted to do, and also that I would walk through these same doors and through these same hallways again at University Hospital. And so I'm sure some of you have some childhood experiences, if we can remember that far back. For me, I'm just a young tenderoni, so it's not too far back, right? But this helped shape my experience. And so I want you to hold on to that experience as I did, as I take you through the rest of my story here. So now we're going to move on to challenges. Tell your neighbor challenges. Like we in church, right? Tell your neighbor challenges. There we go. So life throws us curveballs, right? Or to put it another way, life be lifing, as we say now, right? So my desire to get vaccinations or to give vaccinations led me to consider the career really as a nurse anesthetist. How many people in here were ever interested or are interested in anesthesia? There we go. So there's a few brave souls out there, right? So throughout high school, this is all I would talk about. I wanted to be a nurse anesthetist. And so I would graduate high school and move on to my nursing program at Ursuline College. And so it's 2004. It's my final year of nursing or in a nursing program, and I'm in the critical care class, right? How did everybody do in critical care? It was a little rough for me. So I failed 2 of the 3 tests, okay? So, and at that same year, I had just lost my mom to colon cancer. My daughter was 2 years old at the time. Yes, I was a teenage mother. And anyone who has kids knows how hard it is to have toddlers while you're in nursing school, right? Like, it's rough. So needless to say, I contemplated dropping out, right? I couldn't pass critical care. I had just lost my mom, and I had to move on to the master's program to finish the nurse anesthetist program. And I just figured, you know what, I just don't have time for all of this. But I remember my mentor, Mr. Bradford, telling me, you know what, time is passing anyway, you might as well move on. So I decided to stay in nursing school and finish it because that's what my mother would have wanted. I also had a little girl looking up to me. So I found a study partner, and we met with the teacher every day, and eventually I passed the tests and the critical care class. And so this taught me a few different things. One, facing my challenges head on taught me resiliency that would be crucial for me in my nursing career. And 2, I'm stronger than I thought, right? If I can get through all of that and still finish school, then I can certainly move on. And just like Mr. Bradford told me, time is passing anyway. Which leads me to my last and most important point. See, I'm not gonna keep you long, okay? So now it's 2005, okay? I passed the critical care class, I passed the NCLEX, and I'm a registered nurse, yay! And the position opens up at University Hospitals on the med-surg floor. And so now I'm a registered nurse working on the med-surg floor. Like a lot of nurses at the time, we were told, go into the med-surg unit. That is where you will solidify your skills. That's where you'll get your foundation under your belt. So that's what I did. So it's 2005. I'm at university hospitals giving the shots that I always love, right? I'm about a year into working on the med-surg floor, and now it's time to put the rest of the plan into motion to move on to be a nurse anesthetist. So a position opens up in the ICU, because in order to do that, you need an ICU experience. So I go on to interview with the nurse manager, and she says, well, I don't want to hire you because if I short the floor, then I won't be able to move my patients from the ICU to the med-surg floor. So it's like, welcome to hospital politics, right? So I moved on. Needless to say, I was disappointed, and ultimately I abandoned the dream of being a nurse anesthetist because I needed that ICU experience. So I moved on from the hospital to home care and then eventually case management. Moving through these various roles, it taught me a few different things, mostly about connection. Not only connection with patients, but really connection with myself. So when I look back on it, like, why did I even aspire to be a nurse anesthetist in the first place, right? I barely passed critical care. The operating room is far too cold, right? And I like to talk to people, and it's kind of hard to talk to people if they're asleep. So, and I remember this quote by Joseph Campbell that says, "We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us." And so it was time to move on. So my friend approached me. I'm working in case management. My friend approached me. She's in nurse practitioner school. She's finishing up, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, she was just telling me this. Now she's almost done. And she said, well, you should probably consider being a nurse practitioner. I think back to my days on the med-surg floor, and I remember seeing a nurse practitioner, and she looked miserable. She's slamming things down. The doctor has, made her mad for the 5th time. She just did not look happy. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But it was time to move on. I was working in case management at the time. So I go back to Ursuline College to go into the nurse practitioner program and the Master's of Science. So I finished the nurse practitioner program in 2014, and a position opens up at university hospitals in outpatient bariatric surgery. And for me, this is how things kind of became full circle. First as a kid coming through the doors for my well-child check at university hospitals, then as a registered nurse on the bariatric floor, and then back again in outpatient and bariatric surgery. And when I thought back on my journey, I realized, this really probably was the plan for me all along. And the more I aligned with the plan and connected with my true self, everything fell into place. And in 2023, I felt that nudge again. It was time to start my own practice. So I left the hospital system in 2023, stepped out on faith, and opened up my own private practice. Yay! So my first goal was to see 100 patients in 100 days. I'm a simple girl, okay? And so I met that goal. So, and it's not much, but it meant a lot to me to be able to leave the hospital system, which is comfort, which is a regular salary, into something that's definitely unknown. So ask yourself, not only how have you prepared, by completing your nursing program here, but how has life prepared you thus far? What aligns with your personality and your journey? For me, like I said, I hate being cold. Why did I ever think about being a nurse anesthetist? Some of you figured it out. I didn't. I was just looking for jobs along the way, whatever was available. But again, the more I aligned with the plan and connected with my true self, then everything fell into place. And when we show up as ourselves, it matters. Think about the patients you had the most impact on or have had the most impact on you. It's beyond a 7-minute visit, because when you actually sit down with people and listen, you really make connections. There's a saying in medicine that goes, if you listen to the patient long enough, eventually they'll tell you what the diagnosis is. And that's why it's so important to take histories. You know, now we live in a world where, excuse me, everything is fake and full of filters, but we really want authentic relationships. I think that's what patients are looking for. That's how we are having better outcomes, really spending time with our patients. So in conclusion, what have you been curious about over the years? For me, it was simply just giving injections that really led me down the path of wanting to be a registered nurse. And what challenges have you encountered along the way? You've heard about all the challenges that I had and had to overcome. I'm sure a lot of you have had things similar to that. But it was through these challenges and overcoming these challenges that we faced along the way that allowed us to make connections not only with ourselves but also with our patients. As Maya Angelou beautifully put it, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's what I strive for in every patient interaction. Reflecting on this path from a child intrigued by vaccines to a professional navigating through personal loss and career shifts, I see how each unexpected turn has shaped me into the nurse practitioner I am today. So let us all embrace our paths, no matter how unexpected, and remember it's not just about filling a role, but really making a difference, a genuine connection in each other's lives. Thank you for your time this evening. Thank you to the Kent State Nursing faculty. Congratulations to all the graduates, and I wish you all well on your nursing journey.
Thank you, LaTanya, for your wonderful words of wisdom and making an impact on our graduates.
Thank you.
Thank you. Graduates, 2 people have been instrumental in your graduate school experience from your initial inquiry to tonight's ceremony, and they are Dr. Jay Hayes and Terry Adams, Special Assistant. Jay and Terry, will you please stand to be recognized? There she is. Our faculty are committed to our students and their professional development. They are also mindful of the influence these students will have on their patients, the future of nursing and healthcare, and perhaps their own nursing students. Faculty, will you please stand and be recognized for all you've done to help these graduates? At this time, we'll ask the concentration coordinators, Dr. Hayes, Dean Johnson, Mallard, to please come forward. This evening, our graduates will be presented with the Kent State University nursing pins by concentration coordinators, a gift by Dr. Jay Hayes, and a flower by Dean Johnson Mallard. The presentation of the pin has been a symbolic and long-standing tradition of the nursing profession. Our pin, designated by our first graduating class, is the symbol of the advanced degree and the nurse's commitment to the ideals and values of nursing and higher education. Pins are proudly worn by the graduates and signify their successful completion of a nursing program at Kent State University College of Nursing. I will announce the graduating students as they walk across the stage. Graduate students, you will enter to your right, and when you return to your seats, please enter the main alleyway from the back of the ballroom so that you're not crossing over the front for other individuals. We ask that everyone hold their applause till the end when all the graduates can be recognized. Graduates, at this time, please stand and line up to the right by your concentration sign on the wall. Terry Adams will assist you with lining up. Our first graduates are from the Adult Gerontological Acute Care Nurse Practitioner concentration, led by Christy Jacobson. Heather Evans. Karen Dubinsky. Andrew Lazarchik. Thanks. Abby Nagel. Joseph Powers. Joe Whitman. Jessica Geller. Meredith Jeppy. Nadine Awada. Rebecca Schrom. Lorado Mataselli. Richard Andera. Joel Halkol. Our next graduates are from the Adult Gerontological Clinical Nurse Specialist concentration, led by Dr. Cindy Wilk. Amelia Dockett. Allison Plata. The next graduates are from Adult Gerontological Primary Care Nurse Practitioner concentration, led by Dr. Denise Pachalski. Dawn Thompson. Josh Terry. Gabrielle Bergelin. Christy Kettler. Lauren Schroeder. Digna Patel. Brandy Kondrat. Roma DeLeo. Nilpa Dutt. Alyssa Husseini. Kelly Fortuna. Christy Benjamin. Naisa Varner. Our next graduates are from the Family Nurse Practitioner concentration led by Dr. Louise Knox. Brittany Marvin. Elizabeth Shotwell. Erin Pyatt. Alexandra Bryan. I can do that one. Sarah Brown. John Parisi. Mariah Dragolich. Our next graduates are from Nursing Administration and Health Systems Leadership concentration, led by Dr. Karen Mascolo. Tara Salazar. That's it. The next graduates are from the Pediatric Primary Care Nurse Practitioner concentration, led by Dr. Ann Ancona. Shannon Pignatella. Jessica Vance. Courtney Michaels. Rhiannon Linus. Our next graduates are from the Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner concentration, led by Dr. James Tudhope. Ashley Neely. And our final graduates are from the Doctor of Nursing Practice, led by Dr. Lisa Onusko. Alicia Lickwar. Jennifer Ramsey. and Jessica Miller. Congratulations to all our Kent State University College of Nursing graduates.
Ooh, look at those amazing, amazing people ready for the next stage. Dr. Williams, thank you so very much for those inspiring words. Believe in yourself and others will believe in you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to all of our excellent coordinators. Thank you for what you do every single day for these students' success. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before we conclude our program, will the graduates who will be graduating this week please join me in thanking your family, your friends, and the faculty, and your loved ones. Thank you. I truly believe with their support, this day is possible, and much, much more. Best wishes for your continued success. Again, please stay in touch. Thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.